Hey there! Did you know that small businesses are extremely vulnerable to attack from cyber criminals right now? And that most don't survive for more than 6 months after a cyber incident? John Byrne here, entrepreneur, insurance professional, online educator, and founder of Surviving Cyber. My goal is to help small business owners and managers like you get to grips with this complex subject of cyber risk. You may be struggling now to clearly see the big picture, but once you separate the myth from the truth, you can begin to significantly reduce your risk. Over the next 15 days through this video series, I'm going to walk you through 15 dangerous cybersecurity myths you probably believe. I'll explain the thinking behind each myth, why it's dangerous to believe it, and the truth you need to hear so that your small business can stay safe. Now, before we dive in, I want to give you access to my free Cyber Resilience Workshop. It's a 60-minute video workshop that will show you how to create your first survival plan for your small business in 30 days. It's full of practical tips that you can implement. If you don't already have access, use the link survivingcyber.com/workshop to register now. I'll also put that link in the video description below. Now, today, as we dive deeper into this video series, we're going to talk about myth number 6. Small businesses don't have time to manage cyber risk. I hope you're ready to dive in. I'm John Byrne, and this is 15 dangerous cybersecurity myths you probably believe. Hi, welcome to myth number 6. Small businesses don't have time to manage cybersecurity. Now, this is a very understandable myth, and I often hear small business owners say, I just don't have time to manage cybersecurity. I have so many other things that need to get done, so many other pressures, I simply don't have the time to do it. The thinking goes, cybersecurity is not really a priority for me. I'm too busy with really pressing issues in my business. And often this thinking leads to saying things like, I need to make sure I have enough income coming into my business to pay my creditors. I need to pay my staff. I need to get new business. I have so many other issues. Cybersecurity can wait for another day. Achieving anything with cybersecurity will take too much of my time and too much time that I really don't have to make available. Again, same thinking. I don't have time. I'm not prepared to devote the time. It's not a priority for me. And this leads to the third point, which is that cybersecurity can wait until a future date when I will have more time. The hope, of course, expressed in this view is that nothing's going to happen to my business in the sense of a cyber attack, and that I can afford to wait until a future date when I will have more time. It's very human to think like this, and it's very reasonable to think like this. However, it is a mistake because it's ignoring the reality of the threat environment that we're living in and the fact that cyber criminals won't wait for you to be ready. So it's a dangerous myth because it seeks to avoid responsibility for managing the risk because of lack of time. It's really another version of the myth that cybersecurity is not important for the business, perhaps even not relevant. If the issue is a priority, as I'm hoping I'm showing you, then management will find the time to deal with it. And in my opinion, survival of the business has to be a top priority for any management team, regardless of how big or how small the business is. So not having time to manage this risk is really another way of saying I just don't think that this is important enough. I'd like to show you the truth behind this myth number 6. So the truth behind it is that managing the implementation of basic cybersecurity measures doesn't need to be time consuming. Even for the smallest team and the smallest company with limited time, It doesn't need to be the reason not to tackle the problem. Cybersecurity may not be the most pressing issue as far as you're concerned. You may not recognize it as such, but it in fact could be the most pressing issue for the business, because a cyber incident can be an extinction event for a small business, a catastrophic event from which there's no return. So leaving this topic to the future and hoping that you won't be the victim of a cyber attack in the meantime while you're waiting to address it is a serious error. Sadly, most small businesses fail within 6 months of a cyber attack. And so really what you're relying on here is hope. And hope is not an effective strategy for dealing with cyber risk. The second point is that with cybersecurity, even a small amount of time that's devoted can be very effectively used if you concentrate on doing the essentials of technology, of people, and of governance. And once these structures are put in place, cyber becomes just another business risk that you manage like all the rest. It does require an investment of your time in the beginning, but it pays a handsome dividend or a handsome return through the survival of your business. What greater return could there be than ensuring the survival of your business? And finally, if you don't invest the time to look for problems in your cybersecurity, sadly, somebody else will. That somebody else is a cyber criminal. Failing to plan for a cyber incident means planning to fail when this happens to your business. So there is no getting away from this. And using the excuse of lack of time is not a valid excuse, because this does not need to be time consuming for even small business to address. Thanks so much for watching today's video. I hope you found it helpful in exploding this myth and revealing the truth. Don't forget to register for the video workshop using the link survivingcyber.com/workshop, or click on the link in the video description below. I hope to see you tomorrow as we dive deeper into 15 dangerous cybersecurity myths you probably believe, so we can uncover the truth of how to keep your small business safe.